But I got some unpopular football opinions. One that I did tell Diego this past weekend. Um, However, there's a lot that he doesn't know. So I'm just gonna go. It's just this Instagram post right here that I have found. So we're gonna go. We're gonna go with. Let's see. Let's find. Let's start from the back. Since its introduction, VAR has done more good than bad for football.
False.
Oh, two
False. I
falses.
concur,
Yeah.
Diego.
I think it's easy to criticize it because yes, I think it should be doing a lot better. Let's be honest, but
Mm-hmm.
and you look back, and this is an annoying part as well for me. Like, there's literally a Twitter post the other day. I think it was a Champions League account posted like, and this is nothing against Ronaldo, but Ronaldo's hat trick I think against Bayern Munich in like a Champions League quarterfinal.
Mm-hmm.
Um, two or all three, maybe two of his goals were offsides.
Okay.
Clearly
Oh
offsides.
yeah, no, I've seen that as well.
And
Yeah.
and then like what people will say there is like, oh, but no VR here, like this game is special. I'm like, brother, nowadays that happens, you're gonna complain about how that should be called offside, but just because it didn't exist back then, you think that you're like saying it makes it like some special, like or has like a special connotation to it. Like, no, the game is better for this calls now. Yes, some of them are not great and they need to be worked on. But when
Mm-hmm.
there's blatant goals that were so obviously offside, and people are now are trying to protect those goals because it was like, it wouldn't have been such a special game if it wasn't for that. Like again, it happened. Obviously, you can't change it, but like if we can stop that from happening again, we should. We shouldn't be like, offsides. It made the game better for it or whatever. It made the game special. Like I can look back on and be like, oh yeah, that was like, back when we didn't have VAR.
So
It's more like this nostalgia thing that people were trying to go for, and I was like, no, we're trying to make the football better. And yes, VAR needs help, but like, it's 100% the way to go.
wait. So
So you're saying
I'm kind of
true.
confused there. I'm kind of confused there. So
Yeah,
so VAR has done more good than bad.
it has had a lot of issues, but I'm not saying throw it away because if we want to say get rid of it, it's not going to improve.
I hear a
But yeah,
50-50 split.
I know what you mean,
Okay,
but I
what I mean,
but
like when VAR itself isn't even the problem; it's the people
well,
interpreting it.
no, I know, but
Yeah,
the overall, I know what you mean, and I think
yeah,
what you're trying to say is it, in the grand scheme of things, should slash will do more good than bad.
yes, absolutely.
Previously, though,
Previously,
has the overall system, including the referees, the system has it done more good than bad? That's a different question.
I want to say yes. I mean, obviously, it's easy to remember the stuff that hasn't done well, but like, I think if we take in everything, I think it's probably done more good than bad. Absolutely.
Okay.
It's just
All right.
easier to remember the stuff that, like, obviously if your team gets
Hi.
Yeah.
hurt by it, then you're
Yeah.
gonna be like,
Past 2
Well,
weeks. Hi.
that's what I was gonna say. Is I know I'm just gonna say it's done more bad, but like I personally think it's more good than bad. I just think the bad things are obviously more
yeah,
notable.
exactly,
That's just
yeah,
just how it is. Doesn't
I
mean it's
agree.
done more.
Yeah.
It's just more talked about. That's different.
Because it gets past two people. The ref on the field and the VAR ref gets past two of
Right.
them. And then the VAR is supposed to prevent any mistakes from happening, but they happen anyway. I mean, and then also I think it gives a blanket of security for referees on the field in the sense that if they make a bad decision or something, they have something to protect them as a fallout, if that makes sense.
Hmm.
To like
Okay.
overturn it. So it's kind of like gives them like what's the word, like they rely on VAR to like make those tough decisions so they don't have to anymore.
Okay.
Which I feel like can be stupid sometimes in the sense that they don't trust their instincts and so they don't call anything. But the only problem is with VAR, they only can change something if it's a clear and obvious error, which sometimes it's not. So I don't know. Personally, I feel as a man of a team who has been taken so much this season from VAR and given, don't get me wrong, we've gotten some lucky calls. I feel like it's failed in a sense.
Hmm.
But I feel like I'm trying to remember times like when I watched the Prem before VAR and when I watched it with VAR. I think I was more upset with VAR because of the fact that these errors aren't supposed to happen. And then I can be okay with the fact that it's a human error, you know?
Hmm.
So like I'm caught in between, but I'm gonna stick with what I originally said false. It doesn't help the prem
Hmm.
because of the whole premise, yes, but it's because of the human error that's happening and the paying off of refs that's happening that is stopping it from being as good as it should be. That is my spiel on VAR.
Okay. All right. I think it's fair for both sides. I understand. I think I just you definitely have a more like personal approach with it just because of West Ham, which is fair. Like like I said, that's just how you see it.
2 weeks,
Because
man. 2 weeks.
and it's like I if you told me this last season, I would be with you because Chelsea like Timo Werner, man, we had Timo Werner, so many outside goals, so many tight outside goals that wouldn't have been called without VAR. So like I know what you mean. I know what you mean. All right, VAR discussion. That was going to take longer. I'm glad it didn't, to be honest. Um, this one is the one that Diego heard. Jamie Vardy is more of a Premier League legend than Didier Drogba or Harry Kane, and I think
Ooh.
no.
Ooh.
I feel like we should all be in disagreement with this. This is a
Ooh.
this
It's a
is
hot take.
this is a preposterous take in my opinion.
No.
This is absolutely preposterous.
Well, okay, you got Drogba, and then
No,
you
no,
got
but I
Kane.
mean, but yes, but most people most Premier League fans respect both as who they were.
Yeah,
Like
but
it's
you gotta
very rare you
remember
find.
Vardy's playing for Leicester, and yes, that
Well,
he's
Vardy had 1 year. Vardy had
yeah,
one
but
really good
and
year.
Kane's had so many, and he hasn't won shit. So it's like
Well,
like
see, but for me, it's more so that it's the legend of Leicester City. It's not Jamie Vardy. Harry
but he was
Kane's
class that season.
no, he definitely was. He definitely was. But Harry Kane is individually one of the best strikers of all time. Didier Drogba, because of his individual prowess and his team when he was playing, makes him a legend. Jamie Vardy had one good season and a legend of the streets, perhaps, but Leicester's success really carries that along, in my opinion.
I mean,
That's what I'll say. And I don't want to take anything away from that season because it was a really good season. Don't get me wrong, and that is a legendary season. I don't think that makes him a legend.
I want to say it does because like the team he's on, like I mean, besides this season because he's been a bit injured, like he's had double digit goals since 2016 in the double digits. It goes 24, 13, 20, 18, 23, 15, 15, and then now it's 3. But he's playing a lot of matches. Take that back. But like Leicester are shit this season.
Mm-hmm.
So like I don't know. I feel like he could be up there. I mean, not on the same level, but I feel like back in like if you said like 2019 to like 2021, I feel like you'd be a bit scared of facing Vardy. Every team was like because you're like he's bound to score at least one. In that sense, if that makes sense. Like he's bound to have something happen in the game. He's bound to do something. Now that he's a bit older, injuries banged him up a little bit. I don't know. I feel like I got to put him up there for the culture. Personally, I check him in there.
All right,
maybe on a lower pedestal.
See, but I think like the whole like over 10 goals per thing is like it's kind of whatever to me. Like I understand it, and don't get me wrong. It's but so does like Wilfred Zaha tends to get more than 10 goals a season. You know,
But he's
like
class.
But Ivan Toney does. Even like Ollie Watkins, like Timo Pukki gets 10 goals every season in Premier League, even when he's up here. So I don't like just based off that, I'm very reluctant to be like, well, like yeah, good for you, like but then just off that, then so many other people are Premier League legends.
All right. To agree to disagree, I think he should be
All
up
right.
there on a lower pedestal. That's my final verdict.
All right, there you
go. I mean, he's not going to be above Drogba or Kane. I mean, considering Kane could be the highest goal scorer in Premier League history and Drogba is one of the greatest strikers in Premier League history, both I think still hold things over Jamie Vardy, considering the fact that yes, he scored a lot of goals and yes, he's won a title, but plenty of other strikers have done that as well. And I mean, God's sake, like you could look at friggin' Jesus. He won a title for City with City, and he scores a good amount of goals. and I
Yeah.
don't think anyone's gonna put him up there. So don't get me wrong, Jamie Vardy's absolutely a like iconic Premier League star,
Yeah, he
and he
deserves his
should go down.
praise.
Yeah, deserves praise. Should go down as a Premier League, like just that one of those Premier League players that you're like, yeah, he was a baller.
Yeah.
But you're not going to put him above Kane or Drogba or any other top striker that you can think of. Like I would not do that at all. I would still take those guys any day of the week.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
I like that.
Next hot take.
Good discussion as well. Good discussion. All right. Let's see. All right. This one's a Tottenham one. I don't know what year this is. I forget. I can't think of the freaking. It might have been the year that you got robbed by that Leicester won. But
robbed.
it's
Okay.
this is not robbed, but you didn't win it. You bottled it. There we go. We say that.
That's not a bottle.
Anyways,
Not a bottle.
anyways,
Bottled.
Tottenham.
Choke City. Bottled
This
it.
Tottenham team,
Just like
this
fifth place.
this Tottenham team, and I'll list off the team, would have won the Premier League this season. Let me list off the team. In attack, Harry Kane, Christian Eriksen, Dele Alli. In the midfield, Wanyama, Moussa Dembele. On the sides, Danny Rose and Kyle Walker. In the back line, Eric Dyer, Toby Alderweireld, and Jan Vertonghen, and of course in net, Hugo Lloris. Would that team have won the league this year?
Wait, who's the manager back then? It was Poch, right?
That's Poch. That's Poch. Yeah.
Poch. Who was the midfield? It was Ericsson and what?
No, it was Moussa Dembele and Wanyama. Moussa Dembele is so underrated, by the way. Just want to put that
Agreed.
out there.
Yes.
He's class in
King.
FIFA too. He's always class.
Oh, dude, my king. Diego, you remember the legends of Moussa Dembele?
I do. I remember
He knows.
2-star weak foot didn't exist
Mm-mm-mm.
when you were playing with him.
Mm-mm-mm.
No. Okay. So, as much as I hate to say this, I'm gonna say no. We wouldn't have won it this year, just because of how good Man City have finished the season off. They have been just phenomenal. With that being said, I think if we had that quality of team over the past 5 years, I think we would have won it one of those years.
I like that switch up. I like that.
I think one of the past 5 seasons we would have won it if we had kept that consistency of that high level play that Man City had been keeping for that high, that Liverpool kept for a good amount until they dropped off a little bit. I think if we had been able to keep that, we would have won it. But the fact that our best season was when Chelsea. Well, actually, our best season was when Chelsea won it, not even when Leicester won it. First of all, I think we should clear that up. That was our best team when Chelsea won it. We were really, really good, and we just happened to miss out on a Chelsea team that were also very, very good. But if that team that lost to Chelsea in, what was it, 16-17, I think if that team stays that way for at least another 4 seasons, we would have won a title. I stand by that for sure.
Okay.
But not this season.
Okay. I like that. Yeah, there's nothing you can disagree with there. I mean, City are just City, dude. Like
they're just so good.
I think it would be a top 4 finish. I mean, yeah, instead of a 8th, 7th, 8th finish this season.
That's fair. All right. I like that. No disagreements there. All right, let's move to. Let's see. Eden Hazard was the best winger the Premier League has ever seen.
Ever
I'm
seen?
Yeah.
No.
But if you say no, I want to hear who's better.
Oh.
Because you need to have someone else in mind in order to say no. If you're saying no to say no, then you're saying no just to say no.
I was gonna give my reasoning, but
like I'm the best manager in my full manager save just because no one else has done it. You know, like that's what I mean. Like you have to have a.
I mean, I feel like. Because I remember watching him play against West Ham, and I was like, well, shit.
Oh, that one goal was.
I was like, well, shit. Anytime he got the ball and he was on a run, I was like, oh, this is probably going to end horribly for us. Great for Chelsea fans. Horribly for West Ham fans.
Normally did back then.
And back then, now I don't even know what he's up to. Kicking grass, I guess. I don't know, because I want to say, I feel like now if he was in the Chelsea squad now, I don't think he would. I mean, no one would be good in the Chelsea squad.
Oh, at this age, what do you mean? Like at this age, like if he would just moved over like today?
No. If he stayed, I think he could have concreted himself concrete as one of
Cemented.
the best. Yeah, cemented. There you go. I can't speak English apparently. Cemented. Thank you, Diego. Cemented himself as the best winger the Prem's seen. But I feel like now there's so many good wingers that it's hard to really kind of tell in a sense,
Honestly,
because I feel like you got Son who's like kind of shown for a little bit, but like not same consistency. And then I don't know, like you look at Zaha, he's solid as a winger. He's scary.
I don't know what you're saying right now, man.
Dude, I'm just trying to think
Those
of,
words
like,
meant
wings.
nothing to me. Yeah,
Okay.
but they're nowhere
Okay.
near what Hazard was doing.
Can I just say this?
Tell me.
I think Hazard's a little weird because on one hand, like, I think he was a phenomenal player, and definitely one of the best the Premier League I've seen. But like, it's weird because he's also kind of different than other wingers. Like, he was a very creative player. Like, he never like assisted that much, and his scoring was always solid, but never like crazy. Um, I think his best season was his last season, where he did get some insane goals and assist tally. I think I looked it up right now. 16 goals, 15 assists. Yet you look at someone like Mo Salah, who had the record for most goals in a season until Holland broke it just recently. Or I mean, hell, Thierry Henry. Like, I would still put Thierry Henry above.
Thierry Henry was more striker. Thierry Henry played more striker for Arsenal than winger, realistically. I mean, this does go back to different. It goes back to more to a deeper, like, what kind of role do they play?
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, like, all in all, I think you put him against Mo Salah, and I'm not gonna put Thierry Henry in the conversation because Thierry Henry is just known as one of the best strikers. If you ask anyone, they'll say best striker. So I'm not gonna put Thierry Henry in there. But like you talk about Mo Salah, like I think I'm still putting Eden Hazard above, and like I'm trying my best to come as neutral as I can, but it's not just goals and assists. I mean, if you like, obviously I watched him play more than either of you did, but if you just watched how much they contributed to their teams, then I'm putting Eden Hazard on top of Mo Salah or anyone else. Personally, not saying Mo Salah wasn't the best player on his team. I think Eden Hazard just meant more, if that makes sense.
Okay.
I get it. I wouldn't agree, but I understand what you're saying.
I understand. I can't believe I left out Salah out of everyone.
Yeah, he said Wilfred Zaha.
I don't know. Like, my brain, I am so tired. My brain is just not working. I said cement instead of concrete. Come on.
No, you said concrete.
See?
Brother.
Case in point. Shit, maybe I should leave early and fuck.
Jesus. All right, I got a couple few more. Messi's return to Barcelona would be a bad move for Barcelona.
Incorrect. Move on. That's such a stupid.
Ooh, really?
It's what?
No, wait. But like, okay. Let me rephrase the question. Okay. Because I'm as much a fan as you are, Deo, and I know what you mean, and I want to see it happen.
No.
Bad move for Barcelona as a team, as a fighting to win team. Okay.
If you're forcing Messi, okay. First of all, let me. You should saying the sentence is also almost taboo. Like, you don't force Messi into your team. Messi just plays into your team because he is Messi. With that being said, he is getting older, so I don't think you should like get him just to get him. And then, like, oh wait, like, we aren't really playing around him. Like, if you get Messi, you got to build around Messi, but you shouldn't also completely disregard the project you've been building. Like, you shouldn't, like, the setup and the tactics that Xavi's been going with, and then you get Messi. You shouldn't then have to, like, that shouldn't be causing you to drop, say, like, friggin' Pedri because you're within the team.
But you're so confusing with your answers, Deo. Because it's always
you say
it's
one
always
thing and then you go back.
It's always 50. Okay.
Yeah, I'm saying
for Barcelona, is it good or bad?
What is
bad?
It's so.
No,
it's not black and white.
It's like when you.
No, try to phrase it as much as you can. Is it a good idea for him to go back for them to pick him up, not him to go back there?
No.
For them to pick him up, or is it a bad move for them to pick him up? And in the grand scheme of things, just give me one or two.
Bad. It's like
because
Chapter's
when,
over.
when you start talking to him, you started off saying it was a good thing, and then you finished saying it was a bad thing. So, which one?
Well, because I was saying like, are they like there's just so many factors I'm trying to take into account.
He's having
when
an
saying
internal conflict as he talks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's like,
'cause
wait, wait, no, we
at
should
the
think
end,
about
at the end
that.
of the day, he's still one of the best players in the world. I'm gonna have to say it's a good thing.
Ooh.
Okay, finally
Okay.
got
Besides their
a
salary
concrete
stuff.
answer. Puns.
If they can if they can deal with their salary issues, then actually
Let's be real, they're not going to. And then Messi just got fined and suspended.
Yeah,
by
he just
PSG
he just
for
got
2
fucking-
weeks. So
silly Messi. He's so silly for that.
I can't believe they suspended him. I respect it though, because you gotta like show like no one's bigger than the club, but like it's just funny to me.
I mean,
he's like, all right, I can sit at home, dope. All right, bet.
yeah, I mean that's all it is like we're just showing you up kind of thing.
He's
but
like, I
no
can go
one
back to
cares.
Dubai for 2 weeks, bet.
Yeah, literally, he don't care. Okay, Dale. So you're saying it's a good move. End of the day, you're saying it's a good move for Barcelona. It is a good move to pick him up. Okay. I'm going to agree with the second half of your argument you made, where I do think it would be too much to bring him in because of the system that Xavi's created and his players that he's put in these roles and stuff like that. Messi would have to play, right? There is no not playing Messi, but which is true, but I do think that would just damage the whole part of the whole Xavi as a manager kind of thing. It'd be too forced. Like, yes, that's the thing. Like he is one of the greatest players of all time, if not the. And he does deserve to play. And wherever team he's on, he should be playing week in, week out. Fitness, given that he's good fitness wise, but that's just that Barca shouldn't have to play him every week. I think it would take away too much from what they've done there. All right, fantastic.
Great job, lads. I agree with Elijah.
All right, love you. Thank you.
No problem.
Okay, the last one I have here is any decent professional striker can do what Haaland is doing for Manchester City this season.
Okay.
Okay.
Discuss this one. Like,
Then they would be breaking the record every season. Okay, let's relax.
Exactly.
Well, but at Man City, if they were to swap Haaland, I know, I'm not. I'm just
Aguero, excuse me? No.
No. Wait, I don't think that's the argument.
Wait.
No. I'm saying like good. You said like good. Like he would be breaking the record and shit every season. I'm just saying like yeah.
I think personally, Aguero is a bad example because I think Aguero would be doing what Haaland is doing, in this City team.
Okay, what the fuck? Are you got hyenas in your dorm or what?
The seance. All right, back to what I was saying. I think Aguero's a bad example because Aguero, I think, would be matching the similar numbers just because it's Man City, whatever. In this specific team,
if this is a prime Aguero, I think we'd be seeing some
yeah.
as well.
Yeah. But I think the statement said any decent striker. So if you throw in, I don't know, if you throw in Gerard Moreno, he's not gonna.
You could throw in Ivan Toney and would he score 20 goals? Yeah, I think
probably.
he would score 20
Yeah.
goals.
Right.
Would he score 40 plus? No.
Right.
No. So there's your answer. No.
All right. Fantastic.
Yeah, it's pretty unanimous. Quick.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Just what we like. All right. Perfect. Let's move on. I don't know if you want to use IQ to leave.
I shall.
Fuck you know. What are they doing?
I don't know. I really
go
don't
investigate and go tell us. Bring the camera with you.
Bring the camera. We're gonna vlog.
Vlog it up. Practice for July.
There we go.
Vlog that shit.
Yeah.